Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I am glad to be here, just kind of grinding it out. Monday and Thursday are the major grind days for MCOC. I'm sure everybody is in the same boat. So gonna hammer out. I have like a quick Alliance War fight. Just found out I can't really move any farther in Alliance Quest. And then I'm gonna do my 4 stars, my 5 stars. How's it going, King Hamlet? Hopefully going pretty well. I actually forgot to check the notes there, so hopefully we can blast this Human Torch. How's it going, Young Mama? Hope the weekend's going well. Well, weekday. My apologies. Oof. Alright, we'll get a stun here. There we go. It's okay. Don't need Captain Marvel to get me far. Just got to get me through the second path here. And this alliance seems to be sandbagging pretty hard, so not too worried. Not too worried. There we go. 4 stars are coming up now. I'm thinking about boosting maybe tomorrow. How's it going, Diane Nelson? Welcome. Are you pushing for South Suit Spider-Man again? You too, Joe Mama. Are you gonna push for those 2019 crystals? I imagine those are gonna have pretty high drop or cut off, being a little bit more valuable that they are. I thought about pushing them for a second and then decided against it. It's gonna cost me like 2,000 units and I'm just not interested. Man, this is a long disconnect. Yeah, I mean, I imagine after attempting to grab Stealth Suit and that 2018 crystal and then missing it just because of work, it's a bad feeling. But if I had to choose between duping or grabbing a crystal in MCOC and picking up a shift, I'd probably pick up a shift every time, not gonna lie. So where is my other... Alright. Strange. We're missing a 4-star here. Tag back in for a quick second. Nope, just hanging out. One shy. He'll be coming up any second now, I'm sure. There we go. Yeah, my gut instinct is that you're not baiting specials before you throw your first L3, so that when you come out, you're not like sitting in this awkward position where you have to bait a special and then the timing is off. Yeah, the other thing, Diane, is as soon as you've thrown your first special, you hit 30 outrage charges, and you've entered Imperious Rex. While in Imperious Rex, your power is going to start draining immediately. It's just kind of like what happens there. So the way to get that second L3 is to be comboing while you go into Imperious Rex, and you want to like press the special button as soon as you're like doing a mid combo hit. So like mid combo, you would press the special, and that will time it to the point where you've gained just enough power to push you into a special 3, and then you tap the special 3. If that makes sense. The explanation there is not really great on my part. But if you watch like when I'm doing Namor to get that special, I'm always throwing the L3 as I'm like mid combo. That's really what it comes down to. So if you're really having trouble, my suggestion is to practice by like throwing your first L3 when you're sitting on like 28 Imperious or Outrage charges instead of 29, because 29 you can get really screwed by the drop. Yeah, you just got to push it a little bit faster then. You know, maybe it's that lag input we were talking about that you had troubles with quaking. Talon, I missed you. Hello. Thanks for always being here. But yeah, Diane, I'd say that just means you're maybe like it's a mental thing or a lag thing on your phone, but just push it faster then. You know, if you know that you're like barely missing it, I mean, like, you want to be pressing the special button like the instant your attack makes contact with the opponent. That's really the way to be doing it. What is going on? We're going to just go do some regular fights. Yeah, I'll check it out later. Can't really do that midstream, but I mean, that's really what's happening. If you're hitting the red, if you're getting the red bar like you're supposed to, you're just not pressing it at the right time. You got to press it a little sooner. It's only in the red for a fraction of a second. It's not a full second. So I don't know where. Maybe that's in the champion description or something, but it's not a second. It's a fraction of a second, and it's really an instantaneous kind of a thing. So, like, I don't even need to really see content to know that that's what's happening. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's bugged or anything. So, like I said, it might be a gap between, like, you don't really want to press it when you see it go red. You want to be pressing it knowing it's going to turn red. Kind of a thing. How's it going, Dr. Daniel? And Yvonette, what do you mean you can't do it for nothing? Like, you can't do it like I'm doing it right now for just units and stuff? Or you mean, like, you can't do it to once you've done all your milestones? It's not so much before, Diane, so much as, like, you want to be already pressing the special the instant you're making that last hit. To activate the red. You don't want to see red then go to press it. You want to be already moving to press the button, so that like the split second your L3 is charged, you are already pressing the button. Does that make sense? It's just kind of a timing window. It's kind of like pressing it before, but it's more like pressing it exactly at that moment. You know, like if you've ever played Guitar Hero, and you've ever played like a really, really fast song where you can't even really see the buttons coming, but you know what they are because you've played the song enough. It's more like that. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know how else to put it. Because that's really all there is to it. It's not bugged. It's not tricky. It's not like overly complicated. There's no secret to it. It's just a timing thing. That's really all I can say about it. I'll be farming potions, so I'll put it on a Namor team after I've run like my 4 stars and my 5 stars. But it's not like I can give a tip to it. That's the tip is. You want to be pressing it at the end of the combo the instant your champion makes contact. So if it's throwing the L2, it's just because you're missing the timing window. Joe Mama, you have a 6-star Cell-Suit Spider? Are you going to bring him up to rank 3 one day? Did you see KT1 put out real video content of Cell-Suit Spidey? And yeah, even that, it's pretty tedious. So I understand where you're coming from. Um, it only works for YouTubers. You know, Rob, that's how I do feel about some insane like crystal luck. If you're not recording, do you really get the chance to have insane luck? Damn, LJ, I'm sorry, but I'm not. I can understand you're still pushing that 5-star roster, so sometimes you just got to accept and recognize like content's not there for you yet. But hey, I'm glad you gave it a shot. It's the end of the month, so I wouldn't feel too pressured about it. The rewards, like if you get super lucky with the greater gifting crystals, it was worth it. But if you don't get lucky, it could feel really, really, really bad. So you know, I wouldn't force it too hard. That was Act 5.2, Dr. Daniel, but don't be fooled. This is not a 5.2 stream. I was just throwing out some energy kind of. I've got the last chapter, Act 5.2.5, and then I have Act 5.2.6, and when I go to tackle that seriously is when I'll do a stream. I'll knock out all the paths all at once, you know, hopefully pretty soon. So 5.4 is done. Uranium. I did that variant 3 exploration guide, and I was actually waiting. I had someone tell me they were gonna give me like a review. You're the first person that's like told me they've watched it. Did you like it? Because the reason I was waiting on someone's review is that content took a long time to make. I mean, in order to make the Variant 3 Exploration Guide Part 1, like I had to sit and watch all of my fights, and like read every path, and then I took notes on every fight. And then that was just to like prep the video. And then I had to like record me actually giving the guide. And you know, I hit the re-record button like 10 or 12 times every time I record a video. Um, but hey, all I need is one person. All right, Uranium. Yeah, I will probably not this weekend just because I already have plans to push Variant 2 and like the new month is coming out, but I'll start working on it. I can promise you that. I can't give a timeline because I wasn't expecting to be making that anytime soon. Um, so I'll start working on it. Is the best I can give right now. I'd say give me a few days, and you know, after like the month started and I've gotten through that content, I'll have a better idea because it really depends on how this nut collecting event goes. After the rogue path of chapter 2, in chapter 3 there were a couple hiccups. I think the biggest hiccup though of chapter 3 is Kang. Like as long as you've got Kang down okay, I think most of that path was relatively straightforward. I do remember there being like a couple tricky fights, but nothing like the rogue I felt was a really hard stopgap. And then Kang is at least doable. But other than those two, I think it was just frustrating fights. So should be okay. Dr. Daniel, if your energy's burning, my suggestion is to go into Act 4 and Act 5 and farm revives or energy refills. One of those two, depending on what you need. Excuse me. Otherwise, honestly, even just blowing it on like the Tier 4 basic daily, it's not exactly efficient, but hey, it's, you know, relatively free. Good, LJ. I'm glad that you're choosing incremental rake ups. Sim Supreme is absolutely amazing, but he definitely gets better the farther you get in content. Um, hey Rob, I'm glad you liked my top tens. Took me a long time to decide on those. Yeah, Joe Mama, that rogue fight was total bullshit. Um, there are a lot of fights I'm like okay with from Kabam. That was not one of them. I don't mind that kind of a fight in a lot of content. Or even if it was the boss fight. Like, if it was the boss fight, I would have been more understanding. But to just throw that fight out in the middle of a path, I was really ticked. New update, Rob, is Wednesday, I believe. So 2 days from now. I don't know if that's new update so much as just new monthly. But we haven't gotten any information from Kabam on the new update. If you're referring to like the champion balances and stuff, because that update will be happening in February. In Act 4, you literally just every single quest, Dr. Daniel. And if you've already looked through Act 4 and Act 5, or maybe you're avoiding Act 5, but if you've already looked through every quest of Act 4, literally just pick a quest and clear it. Because you just kind of got to reset the quests in order to get the items through them. Good, Dr. Daniel. It's tedious, and if possible, and you're just blowing the energy, make sure you clear the whole path. Yeah, Act 4 is lengthy, so it's gonna be kind of far no matter what. But if you have absolutely nothing else to spend the energy on, that's what it's all about. Yeah, LJ, are you running max block proficiency? And are you re-parrying is the big one. Because you can parry more than just the first hit. Nice, LJ. Good, good. I hope LC really helps you grind the arena a lot faster. I think it's worth it. Man, Rob. You should just change your name to Hyperion. I was kind of hoping I pull a Medusa just so I can rank 5 that, and then you can troll me for rank 5ing Medusa over Hyperion. Yeah, the nice thing about Act 4 is once you have like max rank 5 stars and you're grabbing those energy refills, you can put on like absurdly OP teams and just auto through it, to be honest. Yeah, the timing for reparry is very tricky, and it's a little different with each champion, unfortunately. What will help, though, with reparrying is a lot of people, when they do their combos, they just smash into the right side of their screen. What will help you learn to reparry is if you actually like time your attacks to the actual intervals instead of like hammering your screen. That way you will slowly get the cadence of what like the attack timing sounds like and feels like, and think of it more like a rhythm thing more than anything else, because once you get the rhythm down, it's really easy from there. Did I say Hyperobion? Man, brutal. I don't even have an excuse. Like, that's just a really embarrassing misspeak. Dr. Daniel, no, I live in New Jersey. Robion. Oh, goodness. I don't think Robion is what you want to go with. Maybe like Robirion. Thank you. I've really been enjoying it. And I actually have really good news. I just got confirmation from my work that going forward, Saturdays are going to be paid. So, I don't know what that means about pass days, but I'm assuming that pass days are still going to be equivalent paid time off. But I'm pretty hyped to be getting paid on Saturdays from now on instead. But on the con side, that also means that they are expecting a lot more Saturdays, I think. So, trade-offs. LJ, good luck. Cosmic is stacked, so I hope you get a Cosmic Champ as well. But we got some good content coming up this new monthly, and patience is king. So, I think I speak tons for patience, because I got Namor and I brought him up to rank 5 in like 3 days, and that was only because I was waiting on a level up event. Excuse me. Waiting on a level up event. So, I'm really, really hoping to see like a 4-star generic awakening gem in the Squirrel Shop. The Nut Shop? I have a whole month to make jokes. I'll have to think of something. Maybe that's what I'll call it when I trade them in. These nuts? Trading in these nuts. Dr. Daniel, Act 5 has a little bit more luck on the energy refills, I found. Act 4 is just really stingy. I think in Act 4 you have better luck with revives, personally. But, that's just anecdotal. It's not like I have any real data to prove it. And sometimes, like I said, it just comes down to... it really just comes down to... resetting a quest, because once you've cleared a whole quest through, it will all the items reset. LJ, I have a video on best champions to awaken. I think for a 4-star generic though, it does change up a little bit, just because like who's worth prioritizing changes. But in general, the awakens don't change. But I'd say hands down one of the best 4-stars to awaken is going to be Scarlet Witch. Otherwise, you got lots of good options in 4 stars. You got Captain America Infinity War as good as a 4-star, because most people can afford to sing him up over time. Let's see. You've got Ghost, Omega Red, Hyperion, of course. Hyperion isn't worth a generic as a 4-star, in my opinion, just because you're going to want to dump 6 stones into him. If you can do it, it's worth it. Corvus Glaive has some value as a 4-star, but I think as a 4-star he doesn't get as much value of it as Awakened ability, just because a lot of his value comes like towards Act 6 with like the Icarus nodes and the like Freezer Burn and Biohazard. Those are still prevalent in Act 4, Act 5, but I feel like they're much more frustrating dots in Act 6. Void's a great one for rank for a generic, but only if you plan on using him fairly frequently. Nick Fury, of course. Blade is worth... it's tough when I'm doing it off the top of my head, and I could stop being lazy and go look it up, but that's not going to happen. Uranium, you could get really, really, really good with Ghost intercepting, or someone did tell me that another option is to parry and then phase special 2, so that you don't have to rely on Wasp synergy. LJ, I did it with 5 stars, and it was fairly frustrating. I am gonna take the side of I agree. Don't even bother with Road to the Labyrinth of Legends until you're ready to tackle Labyrinth of Legends. The rewards just don't justify the frustration. Damn, Dr. Daniel, you have some bad luck. Yeah, that Arcus is annoying. Ghost can kind of handle Arcus, but not unless you're boosting up. You really just need to bring a direct counter. But my answer to variant 4 uranium was good old revive, man. I brought a really heavy hitter, tried to take him out with combos and special twos, and if that didn't work, I just revived. Not the best way to do it, but it allowed me to do it impatiently. Uranium, when you did Deadpool X-Force with Ghost, did you heavy corner him or did you just phase tap him? Because I feel like it should take a lot less hits if you've got him pinned in the corner and you're generating Furies off of the heavy. I did that too. I'm a fan of the phasing. But I would highly recommend, if you go back in there and you're going to use Ghost, just push him to the wall, and then you can heavy chain him in the corner with Ghost. And it's a really, really good time. I would highly recommend. Yeah, that rogue put me on full tilt. Black Fang, I can. I don't use uranium at my job. There was uranium at one of my earlier jobs, though. I don't know if it was uranium, actually, so much as it was some form of nuclear compound. It's pretty common in industry, nuclear compounds in general. But it's not like it's a classified substance, But uranium, uranium's just harmful because it's really toxic just by being next to it. But I work with a lot of dangerous chemicals, just kind of part of the trade. I work with pyridine. Pyridine is highly explosive and carcinogenic. Mercuric bromide is highly lethal. You got to be super careful with that. I think the most dangerous compound I've worked with is hydrofluoric acid. If you get even a drop on you, you have to so if you get a drop of hydrofluoric acid on you, you have to eat 2 cartons of Tums, and just do a whole ton of crazy stuff, because it eats the calcium in your body. It enters your bloodstream and eats your calcium. So it could totally wreck your bones infrastructure and your whole body. Just a single drop of hydrofluoric acid. So that was really scary, but also not as bad once I actually went and used it. So just kind of got to give a good amount of respect to chemicals. Yeah, Blade I'm not a fan of. I used Captain Marvel, and somehow the Deadpool X-Force still managed to hit me, which is really unfortunate. I don't know if Blade's the best heavy chain. He can do it totally. I'm not trying to say he can't, but that's just, you're in for a bad time. His heavies don't exactly hit super hard. Just HF, Black Fang, hydrofluoric acid. The L isn't necessary. I think that Deadpool X-Force is really funny, though, because before the heavy chain combo came out, I feel like a lot of people were really pissed about that fight, because they were like, oh, you mean you can only Quake or Ghost it? But, that very quickly became not true. It's becoming a really popular career, Black Fang. The amount of chemists in the industry has, I think, You know what? I don't want to throw any numbers out because it'll just be wild guesses. But I know it's gone up a lot, enough to cause a massive drop in the average salary rate, just because of supply and demand. So pros and cons, but still a positive. Variants have been frustrating, but Act 5 is worth. Yeah, uranium. The nice thing about variant is at least the paths are short. Um, so if you make a mistake, you don't feel too bad restarting. But Act 5, like if you botch it up, it's really really frustrating. So I know where you're coming from. I'm thinking about your question, Blackfang. Hmm. Blackfang, I'm gonna say hydrogen. That's a good top champion to have, uranium. I approve. Not that you need my approval, but I want you to know that you have it. I'm gonna say uranium. I should have seen that coming, Black Fang. You got me there. Well, you know what, Black Fang? 70% of the human body is not made out of uranium, so ha. I was kind of waiting for you to ask me why. I was gonna respond with, 70% of the human body is water, and a water molecule is 2/3 hydrogen, which means that, by math and statistical mumbo jumbo, that 2/3 of 70%. Wow, why am I struggling? That means about 44% of the human body is made up of hydrogen, at least, just from water alone. Joe Mama, I'm afraid to ask what element 115 is. Ooh, Rob, I have not done top 10 15 characters. Wow. I have not done top 10 favorite characters. Mostly because I think it would be really hard. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that. There's so many champions in this game. I just absolutely love playing. Yeah, uranium. I think I've only really shown like Act 5.3. Maybe I showed some Act 5.4, but my tactic for handling Act 5 was bringing Quantum 4 plus my 4-star Ghost. It worked out well enough for me. Alright, Joe Mama, I'm looking it up at my own risk, but I'm going to open up an incognito tab just in case. Alright, cool. I've got it saved, and it was safe to look up, so I'll actually have to read it and look into it later. But I was actually totally ready to be trolled there. Now, top 5 taxis I've been thinking about. But taxis is hard. I feel like if I labeled a video top 5 taxis, people might look at me weird. And even if I did do top 5 taxis, I feel like I'd have to do one for suicides and one without, because like the rosters just drastically change. Top 5 Nick Fury plus Deadpool X-Force. Yeah, Uranium, have you grabbed Cavalier yet? I personally am an advocate for looking at pushing Cavalier before doing an Act 5 exploration. And then after that, looking at variant completions. Like, I think in today's game, with where we're at, most players should probably push Cavalier, then variant, and then Act 5 exploration. Yeah, Joe Mama, of course, I mean, weirder than they already look at me. That's fair, Uranium. Just do remember that, not now necessarily. There's no rush, but the sooner you push Cavalier, the faster you get all the free stuff that Kabam gives to Cavalier players. And beyond all that, Cavalier crystals. If we are talking about what is the metaphorical drug that is Marvel Contest of Champions, it is Cavalier crystals. I have spent so many units on Cavalier crystals. That's where I got my Namor. And all it takes is one good pull, and you are hooked. It is so hard for me to have 2,500 units and not just spend them all on Cavalier crystals. So I guess in that regard, maybe don't push Cavalier. Yeah, I guess if you're reliant on the Wasp synergy, that does make a huge difference. But I'm telling you, man, if you can learn to wean yourself off Wasp, it's just going to save you so much. You're going to have an extra slot. Most of those fights end off of a special 2 anyways, you know? Yeah, Dr. Daniel, normally when people boast in the chat, I'm really skeptical, but I did that dungeon with you, man, and I believe you. So I believe you crushed it out in a week like that. Ooh, Black Fang Carbon is a really good answer. I approve. But I feel like if Carbon didn't exist, like, that's the basic for all organic matter. So your friend probably, your friend's favorite class might have been organic chemistry. Just gotta say. Yeah, uranium. That's a sick Grandmaster crystal. I still feel like Grandmaster crystals owe me a 5-star, but hey, maybe that'll never happen. A 4-star and a 3-star storm? That's rough. Yeah, you definitely want literally anything else. Yeah, Joe Mama, except that you can't use Corvus in Act 6, unfortunately. Man, and to get it out of an early access crystal, uranium. Good for you. Yeah, Orgo was fun. It was definitely a good time. Damn, I really screwed myself here. Organic chemistry is what I did my research on. Did a full synthesis project in college. I could say a lot of good things. Yeah, Dr. Daniel, how much energy do you have? Or are you just like burning through energy refills? because you've got some in overflow. Joe Mama, even though it's a Groot, I'd still be solidly happy about that from a Grandmaster Crystal. Like, I'm happy every time I get a 4-star character out of Premium Hero Crystal. Alright, so we won one of the harder matches. Yeah, Joe Mama, I would like it if Kabam would open up Act 6. I feel like a lot of people could push Cavalier with 4 stars. And honestly, if they opened up Act 6 to 4 stars, do you know how many YouTubers would just make 4 stars only Cavalier pushes just to say they did it? I would be one. Not anytime soon, but I would do it. Oh, nice, Dr. Daniel. Uranium, I think they might have learned their lesson from Variant 3. And Variant 5 will probably be about as tricky as Variant 4. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they make Variant 5 so what we've got class restrictions, we've got star restrictions, we've got size restriction. What we don't have is a hero and villain restriction. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that at one point. Dr. Daniel, I'm grinding the arena for units. You could join me, good sir. If you're willing to go through the effort of pushing through Act 4 for revives. Yeah, okay, if you're just talking about the completion, I do think they're going to make completion I think Variant 5 completion will be easy, but my rebuttal to it's easy is, besides Variant 1, where the completion was actually, like, kind of hard, none of the completions are difficult just because of the way, like, power creep in the game, Damn, that didn't work the way I wanted it to, and then she immediately special 3'd me. Welcome to the unit grind, Joe Mama, and Dr. Daniel. That would explain a very good reason to not be pushing. It was a really rough fight against Scarlet Witch. I'm going to be really sad if I lose my streak here. The Evade Adaptoid. Yeah, that one definitely put me off on a huge roadblock. But I think a lot of people use, like, the Thing Chi strategy to push Variant 2. Oh shit, hold on. Woo! Almost lost my streak. Yeah, that's fair. Like, it really comes down to roster, but, like, it's easy to say Variant 4 exploration is easy, but if you don't have any 5 stars, like, there are people who could get a Variant 2 exploration just with, like, a 4-star thing, So it's just all about rosters and where you're at. We're going to be greedy and keep pushing these. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But I'm a big advocate for don't do the Variant 2 with the cheese strat. It's fun content. And once you've done it, you have almost no reason to go back in. So enjoy it while you can. Personally, I think the The only quest I like absolutely had to cheese was the variant 1. I had to use Gambit. I couldn't get that quest done. I sat down for like a solid 40 minutes trying to do it a legitimate way, and I just gave up, brought in Gambit, and said, this is how I'm doing it. This guy's running 4 points in Limber. Rough. Now that I think about it, I feel bad for anybody who has to fight me in arena. I run 5. Sucks. I need those points for defense. Is this me getting tagged? Yeah, I'm clearing AQ. Yeah, so even if you were pushing him properly, that probably went really slow on the Kang. Uranium, if you want to see some serious pain, man, that Kang, I did so good against that Kang. And like every single time I went up against him, except for my last path, like my last fight, I think I fought that Kang for like 45 minutes. Because I just kept on screwing it up, man. It's driving me nuts. Damn. Man, just talking about the Kang is getting me killed. Yeah, Daniel, I've personally had a lot of luck with energy refills in Act 5, specifically Act 5.3. Nice, Joe Mama. Good luck with that, and let me know if you get something good. Particularly, I want to know if you get an Awakening Gem and you actually want to use it on someone. I need to go move an Alliance quest, actually, before I forget. One of my favorite use cases for Black Widow Clairvoyant. Uranium, why do you run an alt? I just want to know. Like, I see so many people talk about their alts, you know, and having alts and all that jazz, and I just don't understand. Like, what's your reasoning there? I'm pretty close to my next 6-star. I have to check real quick. Yvonne Claire is a little bit better with her awakened ability. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking for use cases. I think I found a couple where I think it'll be really, really good. But unfortunately, in order for me to test that, I have to awaken her, and I don't want to use my generic on her if it turns out that that's a bad decision. So my major thing is that for most people, and like probably 95% of the time as you use Claire, you don't need her awakened ability. So that's my answer to that. But just know that if I pull a Mystic Awakening Gem anytime soon, I have 100% plans to awaken her. So, but that's also because I care about prestige, and she's got a pretty good prestige, especially for a Mystic Champion. Let's see, it's 6 stars, 7,000. So that's not bad. I think I'll probably get my next 6 stars sometime next month. after I've done the exploration. Progress doesn't skill uranium. Gambling addicts. Yeah, that's a good reason, right? You just need to get more gambling in. That's fair. Those are all fair reasons. I just I'd rather spend that time grinding on my main account, but then again, I'm still relatively new to the game, so and gifting yourself, of course, is a good reason. Yeah, Joe Mama, if you're not spending proper time with your family and you're playing games instead, it can really come back to bite you, right?
You really want me to do that to you?
No.
I'll start.
No.
I'll start.
Please don't.
Okay.
America, it's going pretty good. How are you? My 6-star roster, Dr. Daniel. I will show after I've burned this 11 energy. America, you got Ghost. Did you get Ghost? Oh, she actually can't die from this. I screwed up. Die from Bane, please. Sweet. Yeah, uranium. Those are at least get those two. It's definitely worth. Hey, whatever you enjoy. Black Fang, I'm glad no one's gonna bring it up, cause I definitely wasn't making kissy faces at all while talking about video games causing people to lose their wives. Damn. Man, struggle is real. Damn, America. I was gonna say Claire. I didn't though, so I don't get any credit. Congratulations on the 5-star Claire. That is huge. And with the knowledge that you pulled 5-star Claire, I'm gonna say you 100% deserve that Jane. So enjoy the 4-star Jane Foster as well. You know, uranium, cruelty, and precision, they're not as expensive as they look. Once you've gotten them, you got to remember that they're permanent, and that really makes a big deal. So, I know a lot of people who would max Claire out right away. This is my 6-star roster. I don't have any immediate plans to bring anyone else to rank 2. But I've sim at rank 2, and I don't regret that decision at all. Actually, I regret it a little bit, because I brought Sim Supreme up to rank 2 and then pulled Claire like 2 days later. I just had like 3 tier 4 Mystic class catalysts expiring, so I brought Sim up, pulled Claire. I'm not gonna lie, if I had pulled Claire before, I wouldn't have ranked 2 my Sim Supreme. I would have ranked 5 Claire instead. So yeah, Biohazard thing's a rough one. You shouldn't really have to kamikaze him. You should be able to hit him pretty hard with just the like extra furies from the Biohazard node. But I'm glad you got him down, at least. That's good. That's probably the approach I took as well. So, positive note there. A dupe on Colossus, even as a second dupe, is solid. His awakened ability is worth noting. But Gratz on the Claire. Yeah, Jugs, and I think that's supposed to be Iron Fist. I don't remember anyone else with IP at the moment. Yeah, Joe Mama, that's what I tried to tell myself too. But then I watched Claire solo the champion boss and told myself I don't really need Sim for that either. So the only nice thing about having Sim at rank 2 is the fact that he's really good for war. And I do like to take on mini bosses. So Symbiote Supreme really opens up a lot of options there for me. And I use Claire in Alliance Quest. So kind of having 2 Nullify champions brings me a lot of opportunities there. Uranium. Yeah, you just got to get really good at pushing them up to 15 rock stacks. Pushing them up to 15 rock stacks and baiting a special. Or just bringing any of the champions that apply a slow debuff. Stealth Suit Spider-Man, She-Hulk, Spider-Gwen. Anyone who applies buff immunity, Claire, also is very good. You know, I'm just saying Clairvoyant is bleed immune. Can apply buff immunity so that thing can't go unstoppable. You know, overall good times. Hey, America, yeah, it's better to put up extra and get him than to put up lower and not. So congratulations on your 4-star Cell Suit Spider-Man. That is a great pull. Iron Patriot. Yeah, I would take Iron Fist over Iron Patriot, but thanks for letting me know on that one because I really couldn't figure out what an IP was as far as a champion goes. Yeah, Joe Mama, that's fair. Legacy does some pretty crazy stuff. Did you see Legacy solo Kang boss with Mysterio? That was really cool, but I still don't plan on bringing Mysterio up to rank 5. So I see your fair argument there. Yeah, no, I mean for that thing boss, you really want to bring that thing fight. You want to bring Ghost and Sentinel for sure. The robot's your best answer, but it's Biohazard, so it's really just about handling Thing with his standard playstyle of 15 rock stacks bait special. A big thing on what makes fighting Thing a lot easier is knowing that if in a fight, like you're playing aggressive like this, and he doesn't have a special, right, and you've already pushed him up to 15 rock stacks, you can bait a special or sorry, he doesn't have a special, you can like dodge back, hold block, and the AI will eventually do a long block. See? And then you could punch into his block like that. So as long as you just play defensive, hold block, and they'll do a long block. And when you use that mechanic, you can actually hit into Thing's block and push him into a special very comfortably. I don't think a lot of people talk enough about forcing blocks out of the opponent, because there's very few champions that you need to do it against, but it's very useful to know in case it ever comes up. Yeah, America. My issue with Legacy is that he's a great pilot, but if the guy would just maybe not meme champion so hard, he would show up so much stronger. Like, one of the reasons Seaton is the God tier player that he is because he brings the best champion to the fight that he can. And like in a game like Marvel Contest of Champions, as we push farther and farther away from skill only and push closer and closer to, theory game or theory crafting, meta pushing, it becomes more and more important to bring the right champion than it does to just be good at the game. Oh, this is a Colossus I'm like half paying attention to. 3 to 4 and 4 to 5 Mystic rank up gem plus a Mystic Awakening gem. For Soon? Who is Soon? Or you're just saving it for Claire? Hey, good luck, America. Crush it. I believe in you. It's worth some revives if you can get it that way. So good luck, Doom. That makes sense. And America, enjoy that Claire. I really hope you enjoy Claire. I'm so jealous of you. Well, not jealous, but I'm really excited for you. Yeah, Uranium. That's why Kabam is slowly filtering in champions that you can't respond with Ghost. You know, Ebony Maw was the hard counter, but they've slowly filtered in several champions that are just a bad time. You know, Man Thing, Vision Arcus. You know, I think they tried with Mr. Sinister, and that might have backfired on them a little bit. Ghost still being one of the best answers there. I don't know, Uranium. Ghost is a pretty strong champion. I don't think anything wrong with using her as an answer for everything. Just make sure that you don't cripple yourself that way. My brother used Ghost for everything, and he caught up in content so quickly because of it. But then he found himself like way ahead of the game, and then needed to use other champs besides Ghost, and he had to like catch up, spend like a few days just practicing to get really good. And now he's weaned himself off Ghost, but you know, that was an unfortunate little handicap he put on himself. Become reliant on her. Like, Ghost is the reason I still don't know how to dodge Magneto or Cyclops' specials. Or apparently Daredevil's. Adam Bomb, I wanted to go to Comic-Con in New York this year because I just moved out to New Jersey and we were planning on going. I was really excited. I had some work problems, unfortunately, and I ended up not being able to go. Just because I'm new to the area and I need to get settled and stable. But I'm planning on going next year, or this year technically. So I guess my half answer is yes. I want to. I'm really excited. I really am sad that I wasn't able to go this year, but this last year, 2019. I mean, yeah, Uranium. I don't know what it is. I just can't get it. I've watched guides. Like, I just suck. Magneto and Cyclops, those two champions. I died to a Cyclops in Alliance Quest today. It felt so bad. And very slowly, I feel like I'm getting worse at dodging Iceman's special. Nice, LJ. What are you watching? Is it safe for you to tell us what you're watching? If not, just say, the internet. Nice, Atom Bomb. Well, if you make that trek, we'll have to hopefully catch up. Maybe open a crystal together. That looks like a lot of fun, is opening crystals with people IRL. Yeah, those are very safe to tell people you're watching. Enjoy those. Dr. Daniel, did you end up dying? That's a bad time. Yeah, my issue with the Moon Knight special one is when he evades and then immediately special ones. That's where I really struggle. Ah, Dr. Daniel. Well, at least you're just farming items, so it's not that big of a deal, right? My favorite champion here. We'll go for the quick draw. I love Sunspot. Whew! Look at that. What a good time. Well, I mean, to be fair, Uranium, you're bringing low PI champs yourself. Yeah, LJ, that double core thing really tripped me up. So I understand why you're frustrated, but uh, just kind of the enhanced cost of an unlock. It's like Mystic Dispersion, where like that first point and the second point are reasonable, and then from there it just escalates so fast, and you're just sitting there like, do I really want Mystic Dispersion? Yeah, when Nebula parries you, all the shock charges are placed on you. That's how she transfers the shocks. Yeah, Uranium, I get you. The nice thing about that quest, though, is that, 20% revive, 40% revive is plenty. And eventually you get really, really good at responding to Moon Knight's evade. The only positive thing about Moon Knight's evade is that he usually responds very aggressively after one evade. So once you get good, you can time like a perfect parry every time. I believe Nebula, like a lot of other champions, has uh, so like how Blade and Morningstar have like ridiculous reaction speeds. Nebula just has like I feel like the AI is programmed to parry. Um, Personally, that's what I think, but I can't prove it. Unfortunately, I don't get to see Kabam's coding. Uh, Strongest, best Mystic champ right now. That's a pretty bold statement, LJ. Doctor Doom is pretty good, but Claire is definitely better if you're running Suicides. Symbiote Supreme is a madman. That guy is still. I think Symbiote Supreme is still the best champion in Mystic right now. But Doctor Doom probably hits a wider audience, so there's definitely value to be mentioned there. Hey, Uranium, good to have you. I'll be back on Wednesday for a 4-star only run of the Uncollected Monthly event. So thanks for being here and sleep well. I hope you dream of crystal openings. Or have nightmares of me. Okay. Did you drink your tea? I hate Annihilus. Ooh, LJ Void actually almost made my list of champions I wanted to turn Suicides off for. Because being able to spam Special 1 with him, it just makes such a huge difference. But, unfortunately, I opted for others. Damn, dude. I'm not good with Groot. Could you not, bro? Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Daniel. My tip here, if you could keep this a little secret between you and me, is I hear if you send Kabam a support ticket, like if you've already explored Act 5.3, if you send them a support ticket that you're looking to experiment around with Act 5.3, that you can get some keys sent your way. And I personally think Kabam should just give everybody a whole bunch of keys once they've explored 5.3. Yeah, you just if you can't explore, you can just quit. You still get the item, like if you were going for an energy refill or something. So you just won't be able to refresh the quest, unfortunately. Oh, you haven't gotten to it? That's rough. Yeah, not much you can do there besides that cheeky Kabam support ticket I told you about. I haven't done it, but I know someone in an alliance who did, so I think that's really cool. Oh, my hands are killing me. It means it's time for gloves. Kind of hard to put on, to be honest. I want to get at least 2 million points tonight, and then hopefully grab my other 2 million points tomorrow. That way, come Wednesday, I don't really have to play the arena. I can just focus on the monthly event. Have a good one, Talon. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you got some good grinding in yourself. Maybe the arm sleeve too. It still hurts. I was kind of hoping to have Guillotine 2099 as a 4-star max rank before the new monthly event, but it's looking like that's probably going to happen by next month instead. It's kind of an unfortunate reality. Can't have everything I want, right? Whew. What do you mean add an image on your phone? Yeah, LJ, it'll be like that for a while. There are still some 4 stars I think are worth bringing up to max rank before rank 3ing 5 stars. Uh, but it'll be like that for a while. It was like that for me a long while too. There's nothing wrong with that. The other thing is that part of it is being a content creator, and part of it is that I'm just determined to run the uncollected monthly event with 4 stars only. And it gets harder and harder every month, I feel. And every month I feel like I need a stronger and stronger roster. I think you can save the image on your phone uh, as a file on your phone by going to like your gallery, clicking on settings, save, and then like save as, I think. But honestly, you might have a easier time like sending the image to someone via some kind of chat service like Line or Facebook, and then going on your computer and accessing that chat, and then downloading it on your computer and sending the support ticket that way. LJ, I don't keep an accurate track of how much money I spend on mobile video games. It's kind of just like in my opinion, I think it's either you're a YouTuber and you're not actually spending your own, like you're effectively investing in your career like Seaton. So I can understand why he keeps track. But I don't keep track because I enjoy myself and I don't want to guilt myself for spending money on the mobile video game. I never spend money that I don't have. But if I had to guess, somewhere I spent $500 on July 4th. I spent $300 on Cyber Monday. I didn't spend any on Christmas. So probably somewhere around $1,000 to $2,000, anywhere in that ballpark. I know that's a really large ballpark, but like I said, I don't keep track. So it's a little tough for me to gauge. So I bought Vision for $80 or so dollars. Technically $100, but I only spent like $80 worth of units. I had half of the units to buy him, and then I bought the other half. And I don't regret that decision for a second. So, nor do I advocate spending money on a mobile video game. Brian Grant is an example, a living testimony to the fact that you don't need to spend money on this game to keep up with, a top 3 alliance in Alliance War. So there's really no real reason to. Probably not going to be able to keep up with people like Cow Whale anyways, even if you did. So, but I work a lot of overtime. I'm fairly fiscally responsible. I don't drink. My expenses include food, and more food. So I feel like I can afford to spend on a video game. Yeah, Joe Mama. See, that's exactly my logic. I've always been, not always. That's really exact. Since I was 16, I've played video games like Marvel Contest of Champions. When I was 16, I played Counter-Strike Global Offensive and League of Legends, those kinds of games. So I've always been like someone who bought loot boxes or skins, or I've always been that kind of a person as a video game player. Just because, I like to spend money, and if I have it, and it goes on to whatever I happen to be playing at the time. So, but I'm with you on that Joe Mama, I'm really trying not to spend money on Marvel because I feel like my account is where I want it to be. So there has to be something really, really tempting, or like a gift card or something for me to want it. But the problem is, again, you know, when this is the only game I'm playing and I want to spend money on something, this is the game that money gets spent on. Joe Mama, I played CS Source. That game, I liked Source better than I liked Go, but I was really just frustrated and couldn't play Source once Go came out and kind of solidified itself as the new Counter-Strike. So I had to move over. I didn't play the original Half-Life, Team Fortress. I did play the original Counter-Strike, but only on Xbox. I heard Team Fortress was really good, but I never got into it. Look, buddy, could you not be a prick? Nope? Okay. What do you guys think they're going to do to Hulkbuster? Me and my brother were talking. We're thinking, like, guaranteed armor break in some way, shape, or form. We were talking, like, it would be really cool if, like, every time you throw a special, something happens. Like, one example would be you can dash back, hold block to get a permanent armor up, or like a 20-second armor up, and then like you throw a special, and if you have an armor up, the armor buff is consumed, and you get like a permanent fury. We thought something like that would be really cool. Man, Joe Mama, good for you for sticking to the name. Not me. My name has gone all over the place. Double P, how's it going? Welcome. It's pretty late. Grind goes well. I would love to see Hulkbuster have good regen. I was thinking it'd be cool if they did, like, you know how like Old Man Logan converts bleeds on himself into like regens? I thought it'd be really cool if Hulkbuster converts armor buffs into regens on himself. Hi, Batman. Aw, Batman, be careful. Don't spam the chat, man. Well, that's rough. Yeah, LJ, I would agree. I also would like that. Thanks, Double P. I'm in the market for looking for one or two. As the chat gets a little more active, I definitely feel like I need one here or there, at least. All right, Dr. Daniel. I'm trusting you. You can be the mod. Hate to lose you, though. Hate to have to put a band. I don't even know what mods can do, so let me know. There you go, one. Watch. He's like instantly kicks everybody from the chat. You know, Double P, I'm not sure because I haven't seen that person and Batman in the same room. So they could be the real Batman. Confirmed. That's the only reason? I feel like that's the only reason most people want to be mods. That's really it? There's not even really much abuse there. I guess if like someone goes censoring a whole lot of people in chat. Would make my life a little bit easier. Especially since there's like this same person, I'm pretty sure it's the same person who just keeps on making new accounts and then jumping into the chat and then just like typing really toxic, annoying things. It's super distracting. Yeah, unfortunately the gates is what makes 5.3 really frustrating. I found the resources were very friendly, but having to keep an eye on the gates and making sure you can actually take the path added for a lot of frustration for sure. That's fair, Double P. I did notice that when I actually had people actively watching my streams is also when I had that person spamming me. So it is kind of a rite of passage for sure. See, I'm very close to thinking Rob here is a bot. I think that Hyperion is paying him to boost him. Like I think Hyperion is like, I deserve to be above gods here, and he is bribing Rob to boost his figures. Ooh, 3 of each. Dr. Daniel, that's nice. Make sure you you do your best to like diversify your path selection so that you're picking up keys as you go, and then you don't have to worry too much about it. Another thing, Dr. Daniel, is that the keys don't get consumed if you quit the quest. So just be aware of that as well. That's like huge. So you could go collect the items and then back out, and the key won't get consumed. At least that's what I noticed when I was like doing the paths and failing. But maybe that mechanic changes when you've actually done the exploration of Act 5.3, or if you're like doing a path on repeat. You can't pick up what they sent you. I would just try closing your game out, man. It might be like the visual is there, but the items are not. What's the current featured? I honestly try not to look. But I would just off gut instinct, I would say wait for Squirrel Girl, because you know she's never lost a fight. So you know she's probably got some super OP abilities like if your combo meter is above 1, indestructible, and if your combo meter is above 5, deal 10,000 bonus damage on every attack. That's the featured? Oh, the featured Grand Master Crystal. Oh, look at this. Hoo-wee. I'm going to pull one. Come on. Ah, that's not bad. Not what I wanted. Not bad. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that pool. I just want a 5-star Guillotine 2099 so bad. Alright, we're pulling one more. This is it. No more after this. I gotta stop. Oh, 5-star Guillotine 2099. You know what I want, game. I still haven't gotten a 6-star from any of these. 3-star Nick Fury. Alright. One more.
You're not addicted.
I'm not addicted. I can quit whenever I want. One more. Okay.
And thus, my friends, is how he became addicted.
is how I became addicted. 5-star cap Infinity War. Check that out. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Oh, I love it. All right. One more. Whew. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, that was awesome. One more. Oh, snap. Oh, screw you, game. That was such a troll. Look at that lag. Oh, that was so bad. Yeah, they got me good. All right. The only thing is that Cap Infinity War. Yeah, Solar Flare, they got me good. I think I'm gonna blow all my units now. But real quick, is that Cap Infinity War? Look at this. This. That's where it's going. Double P. I don't have self-control. Okay, you're so right, but I don't have self-control. We're gonna go pull some. We're gonna go grab all our battle chips. We're gonna open up all our collect arena crystals. See if we can't get a few more units. I'm just looking for like 152 more units. And we're gonna just go pull 5 more.
And this is why Japan counts games like this as gambling.
It is gambling. 100%. It blows my mind that there's no drop rates on this game. Absolutely highway robbery. Double P, don't do it. Do you see the amount of regret on my face? This is not the face of a man who is happy with his decisions in life. Don't do it. All right, let me open these real quick. Maybe we'll get lucky and pull like 600. Come on, Kabam. Solar Flare, I've been YouTubing MCOC pretty much since I started playing the game. I think like 15 days into when I started playing, so about 7 to 8 months-ish. It's been a grand old time. All right, where are these crystals? I need to feed my addiction. Woo-wee. All right. Here we go. No. No, Yar, I'm spending them. Come on. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. We'll take the 4-star mutant ISO. Do you wanna spin one? Yeah. Okay, my wife's gonna spin one. Do you wanna buy it? Oh, he says pet method it. So hit the back button. The back button's in the top left. There you go. And then you're going to hit open. Now hit the back button. And then hit open. And you have to do it one more time. You have to do it 3 times at least. There you go. Then hit the back button.
So is this...
And then now you can open the crystal.
Where?
You have to scroll down a little bit. There you go. Go ahead.
Is that your guys' equivalent of rubbing a rabbit's foot?
Yes. It's called the PEP method. This guy, PEP 2000, PEP 10,000 or something, he developed it, and man, it's crazy how well it works. Here it goes. The wife crystal is going to tease a void and land on Thor Jane Foster. Hey, a 5-star in general is solid. I will take those 6-star shards. Look at that. Ability awakened. It's better than the 3-star Kingpin. Would you like to open one more?
No.
No?
I'm not addicted.
You're not addicted. I'm not addicted. I could stop right now if I wanted to.
Do it.
Nope. Not happening. Oh, I popped that one on accident. 5-star. Look at this rate. We're crushing it. How could I stop now? I'm so far ahead. I'm going to get all the way to my 6-star at this rate. All right, we'll pop these last 2. Just kidding. We're going to spin them. It's so much more fun to spin it. Woo! Look at that. What do we get? What do we get? Yeah, we deserve that. The lag is unreal. 3-star Korg. All right, we're going to back out on this one here. All right. One more. This is it. I literally can't afford any more, unfortunately. But we will open this last one. See how it gets. It's a pretty good pull today. Whew. I still want Guillotine 2099 though. I don't feel like I've gotten any of the features. Ooh, Medusa would have been hot. Damn. Alright, not bad though. Pull and cap was solid. I think I have enough to get to a 5-star. So I'll pull my way up to a 5-star as well. Here we go. Pop these two real quick. Did I really not? First time pulling Hulkbuster there. That's a G. Pull one more real quick. And then we'll pull this 5-star crystal. I feel like I got pretty lucky on that 5-star return weight. Still no 6-star. Nice. That Max Sigs my Scarlet Witch. That's a good feeling. And now we'll move on to the 5-star. Pop this open. Kind of as impromptu Cavalier Crystal opening. Spin, wait 6 seconds, and then tap. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. There you go. Who are we getting? Oh, that hurts so bad. It was like right there on the Corvus Glaive. One day he will join my roster. Today we are happy with what I got so far. Jack, you missed everything, good sir. That is a high note of all high notes. Whoo-wee. Almost a Corvus. And the lag, like the timing on the lag, I really thought it was going to spin over. That would have been nice. But not bad. Not a bad return rate. We duped Thor, Jane Foster, duped Black Panther, Civil War. And we pulled Rogue and Captain America Infinity War. Pulling Captain America Infinity War, that puts me in a bind. See, I'm in the process of bringing Quake up to rank 5. Still gonna do Quake. Damn, that was a high note. Well, that's it. That was, I wasn't planning on ending the video there, but that's the crystal opening, right? So don't fault me, but I am going to call it quits. Dr. Daniel, if you pull 7, let me know. I would love to hear who you get, if you get anything good. Oh, what a rush. All to start off of a Captain America Infinity War pull. Yeah, Rob, he'll go up eventually, but Quake gets the priority. She's still probably one of my top 3 favorite champions. So, that said, yeah, Double P. I'm a pretty good Quake player, so I feel like it's deserved. I'm just waiting on a level up event. A level up event, and then she will be, rank 5. Probably. Probably tomorrow, I hope. But that said, on that high note, I'm going to call it quits for the night. I got to still work out, and it's like 9:45. So I'll talk to you all later. Thanks for being here, and hope you have a good time.